Yo, what's happening YouTube? This is Roos coming at you with another first place deck profile. This was for locals just gone. I was playing Qliphort. I went 5-0. Quite a few hard matchups on the way actually. Round 1, I can't remember who I played. That wasn't a particularly difficult game. Round 2 though, I played against... I can't remember who I played in round 2. I know I played Rob and his Volcanics. That was a difficult game. I played Lewis with his Qliphort. That was actually a really easy game, but I opened up pretty well. He didn't open up so well in the mirror match. Qliphort's always going to tell really easily. And then I played an Exodia guy, believe it or not, in the final. And that was really easy. Bless Adam, he tried hard, but unfortunately he didn't have anything on Qliphort. So let's have a look at our deck profile. So obviously you start off with the obvious triple carrier. Absolutely fantastic card. The ability to go to 1800 just a 4-star. It's not going to refocus, is it? Never mind. When it's tributed and it's anti-extra, you can target one monster on the field and return it to his hand. So really good, especially when you combine it with stealth. Triple Helix, when he is tributed, you can target a spell or trap card on the field and destroy it. It's kind of cool. If you open up with double scout, you can do double scout, you can search with both, you can tribute for a monster, and then get the Helix to destroy the second scout, search your monolith, and then draw on the end phase. Talking of monolith, play a solitary monolith with a 3 scout. Now, this guy is superb. I would love to play 2 of this, I just unfortunately cannot find the space for him. Every time you use a Qliphort monster as a tribute, it doesn't specifically say yours, it says you can draw a number of cards equals the number of clean monsters you tributed for tribute summons this turn. Draw, draw, draw. And obviously this guy, king of the deck, pay 100, search out any Qliphort card. This guy, disc, absolutely fucking OP as shit. I really want to fit a 3rd in. I've only got 2 at the moment. He is so good. The ability to just attack for 28 when he's obviously tribute summoned. The OTKs with this guy are insane. You can literally, you normal summon him, you get a Helix, pendulum summon the Helix, equip a sacrifice to him, tribute that for disc straight up. If you've got monolith, you draw it on the end phase. The sacrifice will then search you a card anyway, and then this will get you 2 more monsters. It just plays for days. This guy, Stealth, again, fantastic. The ability that your opponent cannot actually respond to the summon at all. That's just insane. He gets to return 1 card. If you tribute a Helix for it, you get to destroy a spell or a trap card and return him. If you have a sacrifice on the Helix, you get to tribute just that Helix, destroy a spell or trap card, return 1 monster on the field to hand, and search a clear card from your deck to your hand, and none of it can be responded to provided you put the chain link correctly. That's broken. I'm sorry. That's just too good. Absolutely good. And then probably the most powerful card in the deck, and just retarded deck, Qliphort Towers. No one plays this guy, and I just don't know why. He's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Can't be touched. 3000 attack. You need a 3/5 beat stick that's special summon to get over him. Makes you discard a monster randomly from your hand or from the field once per turn. Unaffected by spells, unaffected by traps. You need a level or rank 10 monster to even start thinking about using effects. That's... oh, it's ridiculous. Plus, you just search for it. Plus, even better, if you pendulum summon 3 cards while Monolith's on the field, then you tribute this for Monolith. You draw in 3 cards in the end phase. What unfair Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. I love this guy. He won games by himself. We'll go for the one-offs. So we have 1 Monarch Storm 4th. Tribute your opponent's monsters. Doesn't target. If you've got a melodious lockdown on the field, tribute one of theirs. Too good. Book of Moon. It's great if you're facing down the cross. They've got a gin lock on you. You can just book it and then go pendulum for coming from there. Laser Clip. so good. The ability to just normal summon that Helix on your turn and then equip it with a sacrifice, use Qliphort's effect again to then sacrifice that Helix with the sacrifice for a disc to get 2 more, or a stealth so your opponent can't respond to it. I mean, wow. Wow. And then your normal summon Qli monsters cannot be negated as well. What? Obviously Snatch Steal. And then Raigeki. I was thinking about siding Raigeki and playing a second one of these. But in the end I played it, and against Banny. No, should have played second. Banny and his Ritual Beast. Against him, if it wasn't for Raigeki, I really would have suffered in that game, but I held Raigeki since turn 1 and it is too good. Too good. Too strong. Now the 3 elves, triple sacrifice, obvious. Equip it to the Qli monster, gain 300 attack. Also, you can then, it counts as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a Qli monster. And if it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can just add 1 Qli monster from your deck to your hand. So it searches out the scout, or the monolith, or the stealth, or the disc, yada 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 yada. So good. Triple Summoner's Art. Obvious card is obvious. Just play it, add 1 of the scouts to hand, get your combination going, or play it and get the monolith to hand so that you can pair up your pendulum scale, tribute, and draw for days. Triple MST. Obvious card is obvious. It's an answer to their floodgates if you want to go off. It's also an answer to face down cards, because there's nothing worse than you going for a pendulum summon and then bottomless trap hole, and it's a bit of a bitch. So triple MST is good there. Triple Pot of Duality. I was debating Pot or Upstart, and I went for Pot in the end because it can just dig that little bit harder, because most stuff is normal summon. You don't really special unless it's disc or a pendulum, and you can control the game really hard. Pot with triple Summoner's Art, with triple Scout, with triple Sacrifice, you know, I'm digging nearly 20% of my deck every time, so you can't argue with that. Plus, they're ultimate, and ultimates are pretty. Right, onto the traps now. We're just going to play the one-offs. 1 evac and 1 bottomless. Debating torrential in the main or not, and in the end I decided that bottomless can give me just sometimes a little bit more. It's an answer to some of the problem cards, and it's pretty good in the mirror match as well. And then evac is obviously evac. Then obviously the one thing that makes the deck super competitive, floodgates. I know Adam Bannister absolutely loves floodgates. He bitches about it all the time. Honestly, Konami can't touch Vanities or Skill Drain in the next list unless they want Necros to just run away with everything at all. Yes, floodgates inherently are quite bad for the game, but right now the game's in such a state that without floodgates it's really difficult for you to compete, especially if you're a rogue deck. The rogue decks like Ysenju, they absolutely need that Vanity's Emptiness at 3. Enough said about these, I don't need to explain what they do. They are incredible. Let's go for the extra deck. I play 1 rank 6. Photon Stripe Bouncer. Didn't summon him at all. In fact, to be fair, most of this is pretty useless. I actually only summoned 2 all day, I think. So I've got Black Ship, Exiton, Emerald, Crazy Box, Rhapsody, Cowboy, Dark Rebellion, Kem Goran, 101, Dweller, Ragnar Zero, good in the mirror match, Castel, and Heartland Draco. Kind of irrelevant, to be fair. You don't really ever exceed someone while you're playing with this deck, but they're there just in case you want to go into him. He's pretty funny. They do options sometimes. Castel, like I said, I used, and I did use Ragnar Zero in the mirror. Side deck, double Monarch Stormforth, Chalice, Shared Ride, double Arrow. Obviously, for the Qliphort matchup, these are pretty good. Oh, I say pretty good, they're very good. The ability to turn off my own monsters as well as and when I want, and turn theirs off as well. Because you side your skill drains out, they're completely useless. I sided out my skill drains and my vanities on match against Lewis. sided all of these 6 in instead of them 6, so that was good. I also sided in against Lewis my double Mirror Force and my Torrential Tribute. Great cards, mass removal. Honestly, against Qliphort, having some mass removal is really nice to let yourself get in the OTK. You need to keep your life points quite high in the mirror, because this guy, when you pay 800 and then they spell Shatter, and that's 1300 damage, which me and Lewis did back to him four times in a row actually, which was quite painful. Climate change, obviously when you see the people siding their stuff, they're probably going to be siding in the fairy winds and everything else like that. With this guy, if they fairy wind you, okay, get a little bit angry. Climate change, start all about your hand again the next turn. Double mirror, BA is still BA, and Dark Law is still a cunt. So that's that. Triple Maxi. I sided these against Adam. Adam had a chance and he was like, right, I can really push hard here. And I just kind of went like this. Maxi? At which point he realised that unless he can kill me that turn, he cannot go off, because he's going to give me 8 or 9 cards. And giving Qliphort 8 or 9 cards, that's not a good idea. Anyway, that is my deck profile for the first place Qliphort deck. If you like it, like it. If you like it, subscribe. Share my video. Thumbs up. Have a great day, kids.